I'm Peggy, and I'm a hoarder. When you walk in the front door, there's a few things, sitting around. I think I've got some dishes in the sink. But other than that, it's not in too bad a shape.
I'm Ron, the local code enforcement officer. Peggy's house is one of the worst houses that I've ever seen. When I walked in the front door, the stench was awful. And there was lots of bird cages and no live birds. And then also dead turtles and dead dogs. So a lot of the smell was from the actual dead carcasses.
I thought about throwing them out, but I didn't do that. I just pretty much left them. I was just in too much anguish. It wasn't a thing that I purposely killed them, because I would never do that. It was just one of those crazy things that happened.
For her life and safety, it was better to post a house and remove her from the premises.
I am Ruth, and Peggy is my mom.
My mom is really mentally sick, and has been for a really long time.
If she starts thinking about having to get rid of stuff, she literally gets physically ill. She cannot part with anything. One time, she was leaving on some retreat with a bunch of people from church, and us kids rented a storage bin. We took everything out of there, scrubbed everything completely, made it a perfect house. She come home and she flipped through the roof. She was livid.
When people throw away my things without me wanting them thrown away, it really does enrage me.
I'm Paul, and I'm Peggy's son. It's always been this way from the longest I can remember, and my dad couldn't stand it. It drove him crazy. There'd be times he'd start cleaning stuff up, and I'd see him getting knocked down, drag-out fights over getting rid of these things. And she'd just still continue. After my dad died, the hoarding definitely got worse. Just continued to amplify because there was no one there to argue with and keep her in check.
If we ever expressed how we felt about the hoarding, she would hit us or start degrading us. And she used to tell me all the time how much she hated me. She told me multiple times if I would have never been born, my dad would have never been sick. He would have never died, and it was my fault. But she's still my mom. I still love her. I've always loved her, even though she's always hated us. And that's why I let her come live with me. Just because she's an angry soul doesn't mean I have to be. I want her to get rid of all this crap and prove to us that she truthfully loves us more than these things. And if she doesn't get the mental help, we're gonna have to let her go. We can't keep doing it. It's killing us.
Thank you all for being here. I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I'm a professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. Because this is uninhabitable, we had to actually call in a biohazard team. Normally this happens when there's an anthrax event, right? So, Dan, tell us what you plan to do.
Basically, what we want to do is remove most of the hazardous stuff that we can. There's a lot of contaminated materials in there. We're going to get those out.
Okay, let's get to it.
Go ahead and grab bird cages, dog cages. Let's go ahead and start taking them out.
This is like the hoard of death. You're just bringing out more death, more death. These are dogs and puppies in these cages. These animals died because of pure neglect. Family, I need you here right now. This is all about your being able to say, I'm sorry to these animals.
But I'm not sorry. I didn't do it. I took them for rabies shots. Within 10 days, they were all dead.
Okay.
It was the veterinarian.
It was on your watch.
They're in your home.
I'm Mark Pfeffer. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and specialist in hoarding disorder. There's no easy answer why people would hold on to dead animals other than to maintain control. So whether it's an object or it's an animal, a career hoarder makes no distinction.
Peggy, would you have left one of your children to just lay there and decay? Yes or no? It's a yes or no answer.
According to the circumstances.
No, I said it's a yes or no. There has to be an acceptance of, okay, maybe I could have done this different.
Peggy was refusing to even say that she regrets what happened. And in order for Peggy to move on, she has to acknowledge where she's been.
At least tell them you're sorry that you didn't properly dispose of them or bury them or whatever.
I couldn't do it.
That's
I
not
just
the
couldn't
point.
take them
The point is today you get that chance.
Yeah.
Today's that chance. And once it happens, you can release that guilt. Because not only are you healing yourself, but with you being the mom that we need you to be, it heals us. And that's the only way we're gonna get over it. You know what, Mom? It's so much easier to turn a blind eye and run from any problem, but you're doing this today. And I want to thank you.
Peggy finally agreed to acknowledge her responsibility about the animals, and it was an amazing emotional moment for everyone involved. This was a big step. Congratulations. So you're ready to get to work now, huh?
Yes. Oh, look at this. Isn't this pretty, Kim? Look at, isn't that pretty? Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, here you go, Paul.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is one of the worst hoards I've ever been in. There's urine and poop all over. Nothing in the house is salvageable, but everything Peggy sees, she wants.
Here's a keeper.
Do you want to salvage that?
Knock that stuff off of there and I keep it, yeah.
No way!
Yep.
No way. It's pure disease. There's poop in here, there's termites in here.
Whether it stinks or not, I'm saving it.
If a mouse is eating it,
I don't care.
it's going in the garbage. Next it'll be this end table. Next it's gonna be, I'm gonna keep this glassware, I'm gonna keep this. Next thing you know, these guys leave and we still got an entire house full of We've done this same thing every single time we've done this. And how many times? 15, 20 times we've probably done this at least? That I've moved every single thing you own and we've done this same thing.
That's a collector's thing for me.
Remember, I gave you that ultimatum too and told you it's your things or our relationship.
Paul, that's one of the things I need.
Throw in the garbage. You don't have anywhere to put it.
Good job, Paul.
I'm tired of the bull.
Do you hear what he's saying, though? It's not about that item. It's about 40 years of frustration.
What does he think I am?
Peggy is still a full-blown hoarder. There's no question about it. We were trying to have a teachable moment. She refused to let it go, which concerns me about the rest of this cleanup.
I want to fight to try to keep going, to live as long as I can. I want you to bring all this stuff out. It's just got to go.
What happened overnight?
I got to thinking, you know, I love my kids more than all that junk.
I can't believe it. Junk team, bring in the trucks. Bring them in.
I was so taken back when Peggy was finally willing to let go.
It's all right, get rid of it.
All of a sudden, she's looking at life in a different way.
This is just like walking in a bog.
Yes. A lot of water damage. This is all black mold. What we found was a lot of mold. Absolutely nobody should be living in this house. The mold is probably the worst mold that you'll ever see. And that is definitely going to have to be remedied before anybody can move back into this structure. But I was able to locate a couple efficiency apartments within a block of here.
Really?
There is resources out there that will help.
Paul, you weren't here when it happened, but your mom did have a shift that was completely amazing.
All that stuff, every single bit of it isn't worth you kids. I'm gonna fight. I've made up my mind, I've got to. And you kids have given me the reason to fight.
I'm very proud of you for that, and it's nice to hear the words that you tell me. But I don't want promises.
I know,
I just want
you
actions.
see me do it.
It needs to be done.
When we first sat down with Peggy, it was a battle. And now she's reconciling with her children. So it was quite a transformation.
If you holler for help and someone comes and helps you, then you owe it to them to change. That's what I'm praying that I'll do.
Thank you, everybody. God bless you.